So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the NFC North Roundtable. No roundtable today. However, I just wanted to come live real fast and walk you through the state of the NFC North division. Chicago Bears end up completely laying an egg against the New England Patriots. Lions play tonight against the Houston Texans, and obviously the Vikings, with a struggling offense, somehow end up surviving the Jacksonville Jaguars. Folks, if you are just getting in, I have to tell you what, this show is brought to you by BetUS. BetUS, hands down, the number one sports book on the face of the planet when it comes down into everything and anything sports betting, guys. They are currently matching 125% of your first three deposits. 150% of your first deposit, all the way up to $2,000. And then 125% of your second and your third deposit. For all Lions fans right here, guys, they are locked and loaded for the matchup this evening. Go on ahead, take care of business, and take care and check out the BetUS Sportsbook. Know that you want to. But, guys, this is where it is. This is where it is right now, guys. Vikings end up beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. An ugly win indeed, but it was a win. Lions are playing the Houston Texans tonight. And the Chicago Bears, dude. When on earth is Matt Eberflus about to be fired? I would not be surprised if Eberflus is fired within the next 5 minutes, based off of absolutely how embarrassing that was. We have Joey in the chat coming in. Skull, what is up, Joey? Hope all is well. Vikings definitely didn't look good on offense. I mean, listen, Sam Darnold did end up struggling quite a bit. He was reverting back to the past as far as seeing ghosts, etc. But I'm sure he will go on ahead and bounce back. What was it today? It was like 3 interceptions so far on the guy. A win and an ugly win mean the exact same thing in the column, folks. Something to consider. Bears will go 4-13 based on how they're playing. And what makes it even worse is that I know that a lot of Bears fans are hoping that Ben Johnson is going to become their head coach next year. I have seen reports where it seems like Ben Johnson wants nothing to do with the Chicago Bears organization. I honestly don't think Eberflus lasts much longer. If Chicago does not go on an absolute spree, like 3 to 4 games, might as well just get rid of them so they don't taint any of the further development of that young quarterback. This is going to be a bad video to watch as a Chicago Bears fan. I'm going to tell you what, dude. Losing to the Patriots, all right? Losing to the New England Patriots is very hard to do. You need to be a strategic bad team in order to lose to the New England Patriots. Absolutely insane. Safe to say that the NFC North isn't sending 4 teams, probably 2. At the beginning of the season, I was almost convinced that for the first time in NFL history, 4 teams could potentially make it to the playoffs. But I mean, now that vast majority of these NFC West teams are starting to get together, starting to get healthy, highly doubt it, man. This damn Bears team, bro. And the Bears ended up completely destroying themselves. Where are the guys? B. Tim, I'm going to tell you what, man, this is just an impromptu episode right now, me discussing the NFC North. The guys will be back during their normal day of the week. I'm sure that they are live reacting, doing their thing. Bears have won their last game this year. They certainly have. Vikings D will carry them to the playoffs, kicking and screaming. Seaworthiness aware. Love the Vikings defense. Even when Sam Darnold has games like that, certainly very encouraging. If the Lions win today, I don't see them losing again this year in the regular season. We have Atlanta Brandon coming on in the chat. I mean, listen, this Houston Texans team is largely overrated. So in my opinion, I know that Nico Collins may be playing, but really at the end of the day, even when he was out there, that offense was not living up to expectations. I 110% see the Lions going in there and punching the Houston Texans in the mouth. I believe if the Bears had better facilities outside of Chicago, that he would consider the job. Well, so that new stadium could potentially sway him into it. We're going to have to see. Look at the Chicago Bears schedule. We have Gary Gosdor coming on in. I mean, listen, we can go ahead and check out this Bears schedule. and see what they have after the case. They have the Packers, the Vikings, the Lions, the San Francisco 49ers, the Vikings, the Lions, the Seahawks, and the Green Bay Packers. I'm really trying to stay optimistic about the Chicago Bears team, folks. I'm really trying to stay optimistic about this team, but I'm looking at this schedule, and I am so sorry, Nick. If you are watching this episode right now, there's a strong possibility that Chicago does not win another game. There is a strong possibility that they do not win another game based off of everything that I am seeing right now, right in front of us. Absolutely insane. Let's see what's going on. Bears need a real coach. Scott Mack, listen, I honestly think that y'all need to chase Matt Eberflus out of Chicago. I think that is the only way. How about the Bills? How about them Bills, huh? How about them Bills? I heard that Collins is out. He's out for the day. Well, so if that's the case, then I think it might be another 50-10 sort of situation. We have Joey Keys coming on in the chat. We have Atlanta. Don't see Ben Johnson leaving Dan Campbell anytime soon. Better Ken with Aaron Glenn living. So I'll be completely honest with you, man. I was under the impression that Ben Johnson was going to leave this previous offseason. I thought that it was an absolute miracle that he decided to stay. Very similar from my perspective. So I am a Bills fan, and we saw the exact same thing happen with Brian Dable. But then he ended up staying one extra year. But then after that, that's when he ended up taking it. It would have to be like the perfect situation for Ben Johnson to leave. Sam Darnold is cheeks. We have a Vikings fan that has completely turned on Sam Darnold, folks. He's ready for J.J. McCarthy, so to grow a new knee. And I'm sure my boy is about ready to send over an ACL for our guy J.J. so he can get back out there. But listen, 7-2, a win and an ugly win mean the exact same thing when it comes into the column, baby. That's exactly how I need to play it out. I have always liked the Bills as they have a lot in common with the Minnesota Vikings. Certainly do, man. Yeah, 4 Super Bowl losses. Unfortunately, we just ended up having 4 straight. That is for sure. History, wise at the least. But here's my thing, right? As far as predictions are concerned, I don't think that there will be 4 teams that make the playoffs this year, unfortunately. And I do think that this Chicago Bears team is going to be the single team that is held out last. I'm still pretty convinced, and y'all let me know your thoughts on this. But I do have the Lions, Vikings, and Packers all representing the NFC North in the playoffs this year by itself. And I think the Lions are basically going to run away with the number 1 seed. I feel like that is really not even a hot take at this point. It's not even a hot take at this point when it comes into it. Johnson talked to his family about it. He said that he wants to be part of something special. He's young and has plenty of time to be a head coach. We have Jay Mommy in the chat. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. And I do want to just give a giant shout out to everyone that tunes into the NFC North table, the NFC North Roundtable on a daily basis or a weekly basis. So we are building something very special over here at Roundtable Sports. We have a divisional debate show for each and every single division, and we are expanding out to different sports next year as well. So giant shout out to everybody that comes in here and roots on their favorite team and trash talks amongst the rest of the division. And to everyone teams that's starting to lose, the Lions got a spot on the bandwagon. You could get on the Lions bandwagon if you want. According to Atlanta, Brandon, he's making it happen, baby. I love it. I'm not sure what Nick is doing, but I'm a Bears fan. I honestly don't think they win more than 1 more game, and it is a fluke. And it's a fluke. So my good friend Mikey is saying, and the only other win that is going to be on the Chicago Bears schedule is going to be a fluke win. It's Eberflus, man. Listen, as far as that roster, it's way too talented to be wasted on piss-poor coaching decisions. Lions and Vikings are going to get exposed. Watch the blueprint have been laid out for the Lions. Run heavy and pressure on Goff. And the run game, we kicked our own asses against the Lions. Users coming in. Packers fans rolling on in, man. He is ready to claim the division. We will see if that blueprint is out on Detroit tonight. NFC North been exposed recently. We have Gangrene coming on in. As a Vikings fan, ouch. That is all. Hey, man, listen, an ugly win is the exact same thing as a win, baby. That's all that matters. What is it with the referees this year? It's tough, man. Listen, it's funny because I don't think that I've seen a single hip drop tackle penalty called all year. I honestly don't even think that I have seen one all across the league. But so illegal formations have been running rampant. A lot of blind ass refs are going out on the field any given week. Phantom holdings, terrible PIs, non-calls. It's disgusting. Dion is heading to Royal Oak, Michigan. Herman Moore has a theater lined up tonight. Look at that, man. Shout out to my boy Dosa Dion. He's going to be having a damn game. Packers Super Bowl, Rick's 2. He's feeling it. Let them claim the division. I don't care about that. I just want to win games, make the playoffs, and get to the big game and win it all. But that is delusional talk. It's only delusional until you're right, man. It's only delusional until you are right. That is for damn sure. Man, tell you what, folks, here is the current standings of the NFC North division. Will the Lions end up coming out on top against the Houston Texans this evening? It sounds like Nico Collins is not going to be playing. Chicago Bears end up dropping an absolute stinker against the worst team in football, or one of the worst teams in football. That is the New England Patriots. Looks like 3 teams are about to be making the playoffs if the season continues in the same trajectory. And I just wanted to hop on here real fast and let you guys know that we appreciate you for always tuning in to each and every single edition of the NFC North Roundtable. Shout out to all the NFC North fans in here. Best of luck to the Lions this evening. Solid win for the Vikings. I am so sorry, Chicago Bears fans. And I'm very excited to see what the Packers can do after this week by itself. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Go check out BetUS, #1 sports book in the face of the planet. This is the state of the NFC North, and we will see you next week for another episode of the NFC North Roundtable on Wednesdays. See you soon.